Yeah, so this is where we left off the last time. We had the rough sketch for the world origin myth and what happened there when the world got created. There we had this whole thing with gods and that they fight each other and then create a planet. And I want to take this aspect and flesh it out more and make it like the first story part of this world building project. Okay, so I've been thinking about the whole mythology and deity stuff, and I, of course, like my first idea was to look into like Egyptian gods and Greek gods, Roman gods, and I kind of realized that all of these have this pretty logical thing where there's like normal people, like here, and these normal people see like things happening in the world, like, I don't know, for example, lightning. Or, I don't know, other things that are like different to explain, like a volcano, for example, stuff like that, like, or even more abstract things like people die, and then they see all of those things, which are like unexplainable to them, and they create gods for these things. So there's like Zeus for lightning, and then you have like Hades for death, and Hephaestus, for example. Not really rocket science. I didn't discover anything new. I just came to the conclusion that how gods are created in religions, it's always like from the perspective of people towards unexplainable things they witness. And that is precisely what we're not looking for in our world. Because in our world, we're not coming from the perspective of humans that exist, but we are actually trying to explain how the universe was created and what kind of gods were there in the beginning, completely independently of the phenomena that humans experience and that they can't explain. Yeah, when I realized that we need to have a different point of view from where we see the gods, like we have to come from like a more philosophical and maybe physical approach to explain the universe in form of gods. I was like looking around for what else I could find for potential ideas, and then I came across Gnosticism. Basically, what they have is also like a pantheon of gods, and they are a little bit different than like the common gods you have in the other ancient religions. Okay, so in the beginning you have, for example, silence and death. So very like resembling the silence and depth of the universe before it started. And then the first things that are created out of these gods is like mind and truth. I think that's actually a very logical and interesting idea. Like if the universe was, or the first gods that were created should be like probably silence or depth or maybe time or space, stuff like that. That's actually there in the beginning before everything else was there. I mean, in the ancient Greece, you have something like this because you have like, I think Kronos and Chaos are like some of the first gods, which are also like representing of the state of the universe before any life was there. But anyways, so I thought I wanted to orientate a little bit on this kind of structure for the gods. And yeah. Okay, so these are the gods that I had in mind. That is more abstract concepts of gods. That we wanted to bring those into an actual structure. Yeah, what I came up with now is this concept here. Okay, so we have basically like a first generation where there's silence as the origin of the world, and from silence idea was sparked just out of pure coincidence, and these two then made up all of existence and interacted with each other, thought about their situation, and by that created like this the rules and structures for existence itself, and those are chaos, order, and chance.
And then the interactions from these 5 started creating all of the other things. So, for example, chaos and order together created the twins, time and space. At a later stage, like those two contemplating about their differences resulted in wisdom being created. At another point, like order and chance together resulted in creating truth, because like both of them have a basis in set rules that like have to be universal for them to work. From time and space, those twins interacting with each other creates life.
Mind is created by chance alone. Okay, then life is created, and I think life is probably like more curious and active and wants to experience new things and see like what the boundaries are. And so life gathers more and more experiences and starts feeling things, and at some point it just like it becomes too much and it starts splitting up into these 7 different emotions that we have. Yeah, that's basically how the last generation is built. And these emotions are like a little bit on the fence with the rest of the godly realm, because they don't care that much about like these extremely abstract things like chaos and order and space and time. I mean, we could say that maybe like order is ruling over all of this, and chaos is basically the opposite, but chaos has also no interest in ruling over anything. But order does, so order keeps like quite a tight leash on this whole structure, and the emotions don't like that. They revolt against order. That's then basically the kind of fight that we have, like emotions against order. Maybe chaos helps out of fun, but they get defeated, and then they get put into these planets, and then we basically have our world's origin story. Perfect. I think that's good. I think we're good to go. I mean, since all of these emotions are going to be trapped into planets, like which of these emotions is the base for our planet? That's a good question. I don't really know now. I mean, in the end, the idea was that the deity that is trapped in this planet would be this existential threat. But like none of these emotions would be threats, right? Like none of them sound dangerous or anything. Also kind of feel like maybe chaos is helping them, and order then imprisons chaos as well. Freeing chaos from its prison and basically destroying the whole universe by it does sound a lot more threatening than like freeing, I don't know, sadness. And also there's like this special relation between chaos and order, so it would make sense that order like treats the planet where chaos is nicer than the other ones. Maybe that's actually the right idea. We can make it like that. And then we have 8 planets in our universe. 7 are like the emotions, and our story takes place on chaos. The only thing I now feel as a problem is that like it sounds to me like order is actually the villain in this whole story. Chaos is good, because like all these emotions want is freedom. It's not unreasonable of them wanting to be free. Order denies them this freedom, they fight.
Okay, I think now I have it. So far in my mind, like all of these gods always got along quite well, but we could actually say that chaos isn't too happy about all of these other gods being created and more structure coming to existence. Like he's probably a lot closer to silence and idea than any of the other like order is, maybe we also have like this, like a sibling relationship between these two, and their interactions are interesting and spark wisdom. But over time, and as more and more gods come to existence, chaos grows more and more resentful of the whole structure. So when the emotions get created and they start to have problems with order, chaos actually like sees his opportunity and tries to use the emotions for his idea of overthrowing order and putting the existence back to its more chaotic and raw state. And that's when the whole fight starts. I mean, since chaos is probably quite powerful, we would then also need like more deities on the side of order, probably time and space, maybe chance as well. Maybe not that sure yet, but anyways. Then we have this fight, and order wins, puts all of them into planets and chaos as well. And now, like a more evil and resentful form of chaos is trapped into the planet our story takes place on. And now it's also like in this situation it would be dangerous if chaos is freed, because that would mean like first thing he would probably do is like destroy the material world and go back to the realm of the gods. I think that's a good solution. Now we have our existential threat. Yeah, I think that's actually good endpoint for the story structure, for the world creation sessions. From this on, I think we can we develop like the short story next, and then we also probably already know that our planet will be called Vargas. And yeah, we can then start to look at what this planet would look like and how the planet would look like and how the people are placed on there. All right. Thank you for watching, and see you in the next world building session.